era begins again.
And welcome, you hooligans, to Motorcycle Madhouse Radio over on Spotify, iTunes, and all the rest. We're a major player over on the radio over there. So come over and listen to us over there if you're on YouTube, Facebook, or the other ones. And if you're on Motorcycle Madhouse, haven't checked out YouTube or Facebook, go on over there. We are going to do a new segment today on the biker lifestyle. This is mostly an opinion segment. And over on hooliganbiker.com, that one is through the roof. You guys are freaking awesome, man. 500,000 visitors to our new site, which is unbelievable. You guys are awesome. Then you got harleyliberty.com, our biker news, our daily one. And that's basically what we're going to be talking about today is the biker lifestyle. More specifically, clubs. Now, first and foremost, I gotta put out there, this is an entertainment program, an entertainment radio program, as well as all these other creators you see out there are just entertainers. Do not take it all to heart what you hear on these platforms. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this lifestyle ain't all about cookies and ice cream, people. It really isn't. It's a serious lifestyle. And I think that's where the divide between the new guys and the older guys is because the newer guys want to put it out there like, oh, we got to be all positive or, screw the negativity. What lifestyle are you in, man? That's what I ask them people. What lifestyle are you truly in, man? This ain't cookies and ice cream. This is the real crap out there, man. When you get on the street away from all these programs, all this, because you actually are quite lucky to have these type of programs out there, giving biker news, giving editorials, giving opinions from a bunch of different people, because the younger ones won't remember this, but in the old days, all we had was Easy Riders, Biker Magazine, and it really never gave. It wasn't until 1999 when the biker news really came online where people knew what was going on out in the biker scene. And one of the first one, Biker News Network, they started out, again, he was in 99, started out and started putting the articles of what was going on out there. Now, unfortunately, and we do this a lot over at Insane Throttle, something we're not going to apologize about. I know a lot of people get upset about it, but it is news. When you're a biker news organization, now a lot of these people out there aren't, they're not in a press association, they're not registered in their state as a legit news organization. I'm happy to say Insane Throttle is. We took those steps to get credibility, and taking them steps, we have reporters asking our opinions on stuff that happens within the biker scene, and we're able to put a lot of it straight where, when they only have one side of the story, they're going to print what Leo says, but we're able to try to get some good coverage out there for clubs. But it ain't all about, and I hate to say this, it ain't all about toy runs. It ain't about, this one doing that. Yeah, the independents and your hog chapters, your riding clubs, they do a lot of that stuff. But when it comes to the club scene, it ain't all it ain't all good. And we see that through the news that comes out, and I hate it. It ain't all good. I've actually been trying to put out at least one good story with our articles on the program when we do the BikerNet news segment. Try to. There ain't many that come across the wire unless it's December, and that's when all the Toys for Tots are going on. But the news don't really focus on the good that the scene does. I know Biker Dad does. Biker Dad's real good. If you haven't been over to Biker Dad stuff, you gotta check him out. He reports a lot of what's going on that is good in the lifestyle. But again, for those people that are new, it is the older guys that gave the reputation. It was the older guys that paid the price for the reputation that a lot of people are trying to mimic right now. I call them New Age bikers. And the reason why I call them New Age bikers is because they got this ideal in their head of what something should be in the lifestyle, when in fact there is different subcultures, and I talk about this all the time. There's different subcultures within the biker lifestyle. You belong to one of them. You got your riding clubs, you got your independents, you got your cop clubs, you got clubs that just starting out, going away from what traditional ways of doing things are. You got a whole subsection there. You got your hog groups, the whole 9 yards, man. There's something for everybody within the lifestyle. But when you start crossing over, and I get a lot of arguments about this, but when you start crossing over into an MC world, especially if you're going the traditional route, you're going to get into some stuff that is going to blow your thinking away. And now I'm not talking about criminal stuff. I'm talking about freaking the hardcore stuff, man. When you're going out there, living the lifestyle, and you're wondering why, you'll see guys that are dying at 50, 60 years old from heart attacks because they lived a hard life. Lived a hard one. Now, there's other ones that are going to bash on protocol. Why are you bashing on why are they bashing on protocols? Because they don't want to go through what the old guys had to go through. These older guys, they lived it. I'm talking 80s, 90s, and yeah, before with the 70s and 60s, but that's decades ago. Let's bring it into focus where most of the reputation came from. We're talking 80s, 90s, when it was an all-out battle out there, and it was truly an all-out battle. There's people right now that are serving life sentences for their club, and then you wonder why that the one percenter clubs and their affiliates are always banging on these pop-up clubs, because they're the ones who had to go through it. They did it. They laid the groundwork, and it's just giving nothing but disrespect when you just want to throw a patch on and act like one of them. Not cool, man. And I also, with the Leo clubs, one thing I never understood about Leo clubs was the fact, why are you throwing on a 3-piece patch? If you despise one percenters and you despise people that wear 3-piece patches, why are you throwing one on? Why don't you just throw on a single patch? Something I never understood. Never understood. You can't be out there banging on a group that you hate. The next thing you know, you want to look like them. That's just hypocritical if you ask me. And that's the kind of stuff that's happening in this new age, man. You got a lot of people with opinions, which is great. The more opinions, the better, I say. Because again, it wasn't like this, years ago or decades ago. It was not like this at all. And it was quite actually, I have to say, more fun. And the reason why it was more fun is you didn't have a lot of people having, this is the way it's supposed to be, or, PC and stuff. I don't remember it ever being a PC lifestyle in the early 90s when I came up. I just didn't, man. And I remember when I talked about the property of girls over at hooliganbiker.com, the input that these new age girls put in there, like, I wouldn't do that, I'm not owned by this, and I'm partners 50-50 with them, my partner. Really, it wasn't like that, man. It really wasn't. Women were put out in the corner and seen but not heard. And that is something that is true to the bone, man. That's how hardcore it was. But with the new age, they got, they went through school, they were taught this and that, and now they got that type of thinking, which they're trying to bring in to the lifestyle now. And everybody's wondering, well, what the hell happened here? Why is it like this? I had an image in my head, and it's not like that anymore. Well, you'd thank the politically correct wing of the biker community, I guess. And, and I forgot to mention the subgroup. Another one was the Rubs. I have no problems with Rubs, man. I really don't. It's because I don't care who you are, you do what you want. That's what this whole lifestyle was supposed to be about, is doing what you want, not fitting in or not caring what other people thought. Insane Throttle, me, and Motorcycle Madhouse, we get banged on all the time. That you just got to have a thick skin when you get into this type of business, especially, See, the radio is our main platform, and I have to explain everybody that our YouTube stuff and whatever you see us on video, we're actually in the middle of shooting segments for the radio, and people don't understand that. I don't know why, but it's pretty hard. It's like, dude, what kind of IQ do you guys really have if you can't understand? Don't you see we're in a studio and stuff like that? Yeah, we're in a professional studio here. We're on the radio. We have all our mixing boards. I got mixing boards all over the place, and it's like, wow, really? But anyway, I did come out the other day. We are, just for the YouTube channel, because I really haven't been paying attention to the YouTube channel, because what I usually do is I'll upload the videos of the segment the day before it comes out on the radio. And, I really don't pay attention to it, and I should pay attention to it more, but my wheelhouse has always been radio. But we're going to be starting to go out in the field and doing dealership reviews and motorcycle reviews for the YouTube channel. I think I got to work on that a little more than I have been, because mostly my day is spent not only at a other job, but spent on HarleyLiberty.com and MotorcycleMadhouse.com. And we're mostly based on biker news. Some of the other content, again, we threw out there, which I couldn't believe took off. 500,000. You guys are awesome worldwide. HooliganBiker.com. That's where I'm putting up all my personal thoughts, I call them editorials about what's going on in the scene. And if you've been over to that editorial site, I actually get pretty real over there. You know what? I liked one guy who says, Raven, a lunatic. Yeah, I might be lunatic, but at least I keep it real, man. I'm not going to talk about stuff that's going to get people hurt. Some of these other, creators, some of the other radio show guys, they'll talk about, well, this is the way it's supposed to be done, or that way it's supposed to be done. And I'm always sitting there saying, you know what, it might be done there, but what you just said, if you came to the Midwest, would get you a black eye or get you hurt real bad. So my advice to some of them creators would be to tell them, hey, this is the way it works here. It might not work in your part of the country, because it is dangerous when you're saying, oh, you got a guy, hey, I seen this on YouTube, or I seen this on Facebook, and he said that, and next thing you know, you're getting laid out in an area that don't accept that type of advice, man. Now, a lot of, my channel and my publication is filled with club guys. Filled. I'm talking all the majors, all the minors, all the whatever, down the riding clubs, man. We're filled with them. And that's mostly because they're coming to see what's going on in the lifestyle, man. They want their news because they know Insane Throttle's going to play it straight. We're not going to play it like regular publications do, where it's only the one-side opinion. We try to stay down the middle. Now, when I do have an opinion that might go against the story, I'll put it out in a disclaimer that, hey, I'm biased on this issue, but at least I tell you up front with a disclaimer that, yeah, I'm pretty biased, and that usually involves certain clubs and stuff because, hey, the past, it is what it is. But Just remember that. You guys got to remember when you're listening to shows or you're watching shows and it comes into the club part of the deal, that you're careful with what you're doing on the actual streets. Because I always say it, there's two forms of life. There is one on the internet and then there's one on the streets. Be conscious that the streets are for real, guys. It ain't fairy tale land. And that's why I brought up the title of this segment. It isn't about cookies and cream, man. It isn't. It's some real stuff, and you will get hurt out there. And that's the way the lifestyle is as far as the club. Now, independents do some awesome stuff. The riding clubs, the freaking hog chapters, and motorcycle manufacturer riding clubs, they do some awesome stuff. They put in a lot of freaking good publicity for the scene. But again, there's always a bad part of the scene. I hate it, but it is. And that's the truth. And that's the type of stuff we have to report on, because no matter what's going on, it has to get out there. The people need to know. And if you want to change something, it only starts from within. And if you don't, I always say it, if you don't want to be on the show listed in the biker news segment, then don't be out in the news. What can I tell you? It's coverage. It's the way it's supposed to be. And we're not swayed by, the clubs that call in bitching and complaining about, hey, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Well, again, don't be in the freaking news and you wouldn't be in there. See, we're not one of them sites, and there's a couple out there, that hang on the peckers, the clubs. They'll do anything and everything they want. It is so bad you can look at these sites and say, damn, man, how far up their butt are you going to climb? Are you kidding me? Where's the other side of the story on this, man? Why did it happen? What happened? What led up to it? How did it happen? Where is all that? If you're going to call yourself a reporter or you're going to call yourself a news organization, the first thing you need to do is register and be legitimate if you want to call yourself a news service. Other than that, you're just a blogger. That's all you are, man. But if you even blogging and putting out your own material, at least be real, man. Present both sides. Don't be one of them guys with a tinfoil hat on your thing thinking that clubs don't do any wrong, because they do. You see it every day. We're actually going to be talking, we're going to be doing about, a video in about a week or two about an interrogation right there on camera. Right there on camera, and we're going to go through the interrogation process, and maybe that gives you some tips or tricks if you're involved in something and you need that. So, yeah, we're going to be putting out a lot of different material, but biker news is the wheelhouse, and we'll always put biker news. Now, I've had some complain about, well, why are you putting it out there like that? People see it all over the world with you. Why are you putting it out there? It don't make us look good. Well, what do you want me to tell you, man? It's the news. It's the way it is. But I think the whole point of this video is I want to make sure you people out there know that it ain't all roses, man. It ain't all roses. Make sure that you understand that when you're getting into situations, because basically you're on your own out there. When you're going up to a club or you want to prospect for a club, keep that in the back of your mind. Yeah, the brotherhood's great. It's great. But there's also consequences, man, if you get involved in some stuff. So that's just my 2 cents right there. Make sure you guys go over and visit all our platforms. If you haven't got over to motorcyclemadhouse.com, our main platform, get on over there. You to take us anywhere you want, man. You to put us on the radio in your car. You can put us on your bike, whatever you want to do. Take us with you. We got a whole library of episodes, past shows, and all that stuff. Get caught up on what's going on in the scene. Until then, I'll talk to you guys on the next segment of Motorcycle Madhouse Radio.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.